Hi, I'm Dimple.
Hi, I'm Sree. We are going to present our work for the bonus project of CS 536 course under Professor Peng. Our proposed project is comprehensive research study on SDN and intelligent SDN technologies. The deliverables of our project consist of the research report along with the PDF versions of the papers referred. Unfortunately, some of the papers were paid or like parts of the books, and hence we've covered around 15 papers in our research study. So in this video, we shall be explaining what parts of the proposal have been covered by us. So let's look. So let's first look at the proposal. In our proposal, we had promised the shown planned actions. First is a preliminary study on SDN, hybrid SDN through online resources. So here, if we go to the introduction section, we can see that we have covered all the base topics like SDN, hybrid SDN, and all the algorithms being covered in the various papers that are that have been studied by us. Let's keep this point on hold. Next, we have the comparison of these papers on the points of technology, domain, architecture, and intelligent algorithm being used. All the results of the same can be seen through this table, as you can see over here. Um, Next, moving on to Dimple.
So for the literature survey, um, we have covered all these papers that we had said, and most of the research that we are doing is towards security side. So we have covered almost around like 8 to 9 papers on the security domain. We have most of the papers on the DDoS attack detection. Then we have the malware detection, anomaly-based systems, etc. Apart from this, we have also covered traffic routing control. Around like 3 to 4 papers were on this, and this consisted of the core network technologies that are present in the LTN and the hybrid SDN network architectures. We have also covered a few isolated papers on first packet processing period, traffic classification, and time-sensitive flows. So while doing the research of this for this project, we have followed a particular methodology for each of the papers. So we start with the problem statement that the paper focuses on. Then we move on to what the paper is proposing. We discuss the architecture, and we have the snapshots of the architecture from the papers. Then we discuss the experiments that were performed by the authors, and finally the results of the paper and how they affect the current research in LDN and hybrid SDN. Each of them is around, the summary is around for like 1.5 page for each of the papers, and we have covered almost around like 15 to 16 papers. Finally, we had also planned on doing the insight part in our planned actions. So if we see the planned actions, we said that we'd be going beyond the paper and identifying some limitations and disadvantages of the proposed approach in some of the papers. We have tried to add comments wherever possible while we were discussing the papers. But for the security section, we have added an extra section, which is our insight on the security papers, wherein we have discussed what we think about the papers that have been discussed, that have been researched on by us in this project. And so if we can see that the planned actions we have covered almost the entirely what we had claimed in the proposal, and concluding the project, we can say that we have gained a research level understanding of the use of intelligent technology in SDN and hybrid SDN based architectures. We have also gone through a lot of papers. We have deep dive into each of the small details and have prepared a comprehensive summary that can be used by any layman to understand what is going on without having to refer back to the original papers. And talking about the contribution, we both were equally involved in the project. Everything right from the proposal to the documentation, dividing the papers was done evenly. For the future work, we plan on taking some more papers on this domain, since it is our research area, and we'd like to work more on this, and form a paper under Professor Peng and get it published. So this is our plan for the future, and that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.